Alright, so Coastline Valk cams. I'm going to go through all 3 of the bomb sites and give you Valk cams for each one of the bomb sites so you can play them in ranked. Let's go. Starting off with Hookah Billiards, the first cam that I like to put will be an aquarium here. And there's generally a few different options you can use. The first option I'll show you, it's the least hidden but sees the most. If you go over here into this corner and simply put it right into the corner there, like that. And as you can see, it sees the whole room, but it's not very hidden and it's a very common cam. So if you want a more hidden cam that'll survive longer, but it'll see a little bit less, you can also come over here into these lights and throw it inside the light. And obviously it sees a little bit of around the room, but the main idea with this one is that you'll place a C4 here, ping it so you know where it is, and then when you see somebody walking over here, which is a really commonly walked over place, you can just blow it up. The third cam, if you want to see a little bit more than what this light sees, but still be quite hidden, is throw it up here. And you just throw it, don't throw it too high up, because if you throw it too high up, it gets detected outside, it gets destroyed because it's been outside apparently. So yeah, this sees behind the aqua bar as well as a bit around the bar as well. And the main idea with this one again is for C4s. Anyone behind the bar, you can just C4 them. So generally, I'll kind of chop and change between these 3. I'll probably start off with this one in case that. And if it doesn't get destroyed, I'll just keep using that one. But if it gets destroyed, I'll use one of them more safer ones. So the second camera that I like to put will be in VIP. And I found this camera from a YouTube short. And I'll try and remember where I found that and link it in the description for credit. So he decided to put one up here, and I pretty much agree with this cam. It's a pretty hidden cam for people in VIP, and it sees anybody behind DJ here, and just you can get a free C4 off on them. The final cam that I generally like to put for Hookah Billiards defense is on these white stairs here, and I'll just put it behind this light. And this sees anybody coming up the cool vibe stairs as well, while being pretty much hidden from the stairs. And it sees them when they get to this point, which at this point they're not going to be looking for cams because they've got too many angles to hold towards the site. So yeah, next we're going on to the kitchen site. Right, kitchen. So the first camera that I like to put is generally to watch this door, because a lot of times there'll be people, later round especially, people will sort of lurk towards this door and trying to push this door into sight, this way into sight through bathroom. And I want a good camera to watch that. And there's not a lot of good lobby cameras, not a good main lobby cams. You can kind of put them up there, or put them sort of behind these, but they're not very good. They're very visible. So I've started kind of doing this, and I'll come to this tree and courtyard here, and I'll throw it generally around this area. And if you see there, it sees the entire doorway as well as a bit of courtyard. If you get lucky with how the branches move, you can kind of see a bit more towards that way. Or if you place it a little bit differently, you can see more around it. But I like to put it there. It's a good mix of being hidden as well as being good, seeing a lot. It's kind of hard to see. So yeah, and especially if you're here looking for a cam, you're going to be looking around lobby, you're not going to be looking in courtyard for a camera. So it tends to survive longer than you would expect. The next camera I like to put over here in Sunrise, and the camera that I specifically will put is under this table, under this sort of trolley thing. If you prone and put it underneath there, when people are standing up walking around here, they can't really see it. Though if you put it further back as well, it's more hidden, more further back under. I'll go from the side here, get it right at the back, like that. And when attackers sort of even crouching here like that, it's hard to see it. So they would have to know it's there by seeing it on a drone first. And generally it'll see the whole of Sunrise like this, so you'll be able to get good info off that, and it'll survive quite long. Now the final camera I like to put is actually in Penthouse for a vertical C4, because a lot of the times attackers will try and play vertical play on this site. So I like to have a C4 to get them on, a camera to see the vertical so I can see for them. And the way that I do that is by coming into this bathroom toilet here and making a hole in this corner. And you see that blue thing there? That's actually a sofa in Penthouse. If I go throw the camera on the bottom of that sofa, I'll go and show you what it looks like now. Alright, so now we're in Penthouse. You'll see that there's a hole there, but you can't actually see the camera. You can see the camera here if I crouch. At that point, you actually have to be looking for it. Again, you have these cameras, you can only see if you're actually looking for them, you know they're there. You've drawn it out and seen it. So generally, these will survive. And this camera, I'll see the entirety of Penthouse pretty much. And you can just ping, throw your C4 somewhere, ping it so you know exactly where it is from above if you don't know, if you don't know the vertical yet. And then just wait for the ping where the ping is, and just blow it up when someone walks past it, and it's a freebie every time. So now we're going on to the Penthouse site. Alright, Penthouse Theatre. Generally for Penthouse Theatre, the cameras that I like to put are pretty basic. I just generally kind of watch the hallways with them. So the first camera that I'll show you is up here. You'll see that there's kind of a wave here, and you can actually go inside that wave if you look there. So I'd kind of try and jam it up there, like that. From here it doesn't look very hidden, But when you're looking at it from this angle, you cannot actually see that camera very well. Like, as an attacker, if you're looking for a cam somewhere, you're probably not, like, you're just not going to really see that unless you're out here. And by the time you're out here, you're already out in no man's land, so there's no, like, safe cover for you to play, apart from maybe running across here. But by the time someone swung you from 90, or somebody's killed you from the sight holes, so, like, generally, like, this camera will survive, and it sees quite a lot as well for what it is. Because it can see fully into that door, while they can't really even see that well. So that's one camera I like to use. If you don't really like that one, you can also kind of put one up here, like that, which sees a little bit less, but it's a lot more hidden. So there's another option if you don't like that first one. So the second camera is for the VIP hallway here. And generally, there's a few options here as well. You can, if you want a good cam to see things, but it's not as hidden, you can put it on the back side of this sign here, like this. Wait, if you put it actually on the sign, it's better, more hidden, like that. And this, again, it's hidden from this angle. It's kind of hidden from this angle as well. And what you can see is you can see anybody walking down the VIP hallway. Obviously, by the time they get past the sign, it's very visible. But by this time, like, they're visible on the cam, they're being called out. Somebody's swinging them from 90, they're getting shot at from VIP. Like, it's at that point they're not looking for cameras. But another cam that's more hidden is up here. Like that. And it, obviously, like I said, it's more hidden, but it sees a little bit less. So generally, when people are walking up here, you'll see, like, only really the feet if they're hugging this wall. So you got to be careful for that. Like, there is a tiny potential that somebody, like, sneaks up and you don't really notice them. So just be careful for that if you're using this cam. But that's kind of the trade-off. If you want a hidden camera, you have to kind of trade off the visibility on the camera, if that makes sense. And for the final camera, I'll use the same camera that I use in the kitchen for the penthouse. I'll put it below this sofa. So like I said, in bathroom, back in this stall, make a hole in the floor, boom, through the hole, freebie, done. The reason for this one, because obviously this is the site. People will plant in this corner, or they might plant behind the bomb, or they might plant anywhere in Penthouse, basically. Penthouse is the site where the majority of the people will plant, rather than theatre. The reason for the camera here is to see the planter and be able to see for them from below, if I want to make that, play, basically. So yeah, if you enjoyed, drop a like, and I'll see you in the next video.